We're chasing stars, we're breaking rules. Our hearts are loud, we're no fools. Every moment we're in control. This is our time, this is our gold. Living now.
Non-conformity. And then the professors, the doctors, they call it the problem statement. Example 1. We're gonna start with all the silly, simple examples. I've made about 4 of them intentionally, so before we go to the ones that are relevant to our workplace, so that you grasp the concept. Exit description. You'll find that now you are in court, you are working for the court, you are a quality manager for the court. I will use that simple example because I want you to grasp. You'll say as we get along with the ones that are relevant to us. Quality manager distributes that NC to advocate Bodlinja's colleague who said, advocate is not feeling well. He is not feeling well and he came back from leave after 6 months. So then the QMR feels as well as advocate Bodlinja. On that part, on our NC that says NC description, non-conformity description, describe what is wrong. Advocate Bodlinja has liver cancer. Now, this is where the 5Y kicks in. So, us, what we used to do in water, we used to say, why does advocate Bodlinja has liver cancer? And then we would say, because he drinks too much alcohol. After that, we provide a solution for this. Advocate Bodlinja must be disciplined and all that and all that. The SABS big guns, the masterminds are saying, that is not effective. Drill deeper. Get to the bottom of this. Advocate Bodlinja having liver cancer, this is not the root cause. Why does advocate Bodlinja has liver cancer? Because advocate Bodlinja drinks too much alcohol. Why does advocate Bodlinja drinks too much alcohol? Because advocate is depressed. Why is advocate depressed? Because he misses his parents. Why is advocate missing his parents? They both passed on. Why did advocate Bodlinja's parents pass on? They were brutally murdered by Tsotsis. That is the root cause. That is where the solution must be provided. So you cannot provide a solution to this. That is not the root cause. Even if you can dismiss advocate Bodlinja for drinking alcohol, or you take him to a disciplinary hearing so that he's also counseled, then the chairperson says, no, he has a problem, let him be cancelled, don't dismiss him. Hey, advocate Bodlinja will go back to the alcohol because you are dealing with surface symptoms. Deal with the root cause. You can say it's psychological. Corrective action. Parents brutally murdered. Yes, indeed, you can be depressed. If you are not strong, you can go and drug yourself with alcohol. Corrective action, book advocate Bodlinja into a psychiatric hospital so that psychologists can help him cope with his parents' brutal murder. Are you aware if advocate Bodlinja can stay in a psychiatric hospital and be next? I mean, psychiatrists are educated, they are professionals, they are trained to deal with such matters. Do you know that this problem will permanently go? To the next slide. Why is it teaching us about things? It's like we're in grade 5. Why we are getting to water and sanitation level things. Let's start with this. We start here, because if we start here, it's going to be confusing. I've been there. Example number 2. Okay, before I proceed to example number 2, is everyone clear about example number 1? It makes sense. Example 1 is clear. All right, let's proceed. Example number 2. Why is he using this example? This one I will explain. I'm like, let me also use my own experience. When I was very, very young, I worked for a company that prints labels. Labels that go on wine bottles, go on cooking tins, and so on and so forth. So I'm like, no, I remember I was a quality assurance supervisor when I was young. So let me also use the example as if I'm still quality assurance supervisor of SA Little Label manufacturers. Okay. So we used to print labels for the wine farms in Cape Town, labels for the Tiger brands that manufacture coupons and those things, labels for Coca-Cola, and so on and so forth. Description. Our our client is refusing to pay for the leaflets we printed for them. Coca-Cola put an order, now we ran the labels through the production lines in the factory, and now, after they are done, when our driver is taking them to their workplace, their company, they are saying, we're not taking this. Our client is refusing to pay for the leaflets we printed for them. Why are they refusing? The delivery was late, so the leaflets could not be used. Why were the leaflets late and they could not be used? Because the factory took longer than the client expected. Why did we take longer to deliver the leaflets to the client? We ran out of printer inks in the production line. Why did we run out of printer ink? The ink was all used on a large last-minute order. Why was the ink used on a last-minute order? We did not have enough ink in stock and could not order new supplies on time. And this is what the quality manager will be answering to the MD. If now they are refusing them, we printed labels that you can't do anything about them. So that's a lost quality manager. Convince me that you don't deserve to be out on the streets dismissed for incompetence. Because you're supposed to chase the production lines, the operations engineers, the industrial engineers, the mechanical engineers who are running the production lines, and the dispatch area. We did not have enough ink in stock and could not order new supplies on time. That is the root cause. This one is not. So you can't provide the solution to this. This is the root cause. Corrective action. Find an ink supplier who can deliver at short notice so that we can continue to minimize inventory, reduce waste, and respond to customer demands timeously. Are you okay? Is example 2 okay? Here, let's move. You'll see. Example 3. Let's proceed, brilliant sweet colleagues, to example 3. Do you know why there's many examples? The more knowledge, the better. The more knowledge is very powerful. Knowledge is very powerful. You need knowledge. Yeah, because jobs don't come on a silver plate. In the boardroom, you need to portray and prove to the partner that I'm knowledgeable. Let's grab this. Example 3. Why did I use this? I'm like, okay, let me also use this because I have a little brother who's a civil engineer who builds roads. And the description. An electronic mixer for the car stopped working. Can you see? I'm equipping you on different sectors. Examples from the manufacturing. Examples from civil engineering, roads building. Yes, Nina, you are in water. You are civil engineers in water because you specialize with water. The other civil engineers are specializing with urbanization. My little brother is specializing with roads. So the car electronic mixer stopped working. Why? The motor powering the mixer is not running. Why is it not running? A fuse broke. Why did the fuse broke? Because the motor drew too much current. Why did the motor draw too much current? It's because the motor was overloaded. Why? We are on the fourth why. Why is the motor overloaded? Because the material being mixed had a higher weight than the design limit, the specification, the tolerance. Because the material being mixed had a higher weight than the design material. That is the root cause of this. Leave this. You can't provide a solution to this. Look at this. Be very mindful of this. Find the proper weight limits of the mixing load. And remember, when you are doing this, as in the 5 whys, how you get people in the boardroom. It can't be our seniors or the QMR. When there is an MC in your section, in your area, in your depot, during an operational meeting or an ISO meeting, if it's an operational meeting, you hike an ISO item, my colleagues. We are on the ISO party. We are hiking ISO here, so that is also incorporated within business. There is an MC that was brought by one of the staff members. It's not about a manager in the QMR. Quality is everybody's responsibility. So any one of us, all 3,000 of us in water, we see a problem. Say, QMR, can we have the non-conformity form, please? And it's not even like chasing paper. It's clause 10 of the ISO 9001 standard. When they get to that clause, the auditor will say, water and sanitation, when they are in your area, water quality, we are on clause 10 on our checklist. We are auditing you against the same requirements that you implemented. We are on clause 10. With that being said, can you provide us with the records of the problems, the challenges that you've resolved. That's all they will say. They will not tell you, sorry, can you see the answers? They know that if you are in a quality sphere, and indeed you know how to implement ISO, you know what's required. You need to produce non-conformities. That form filled in, this form to kill that clause, to make sure that we comply. So ENC, sorry colleagues, we're on item 4. There was an NC that was raised 3 weeks or last month. Here, yeah, can we please apply all our minds? This NC is saying the boardroom has very poor housekeeping. There is a trolley blocking the walking way. And it has to be removed because it's gonna tear our dresses. It's a big thing. Okay, and obviously it will affect work because nobody is gonna be able to work with a torn dress because your painting will be out and all that. So eventually it does impact on operations. So that problem, that trolley, it needs to be removed so that if people are working in the boardroom, they work freely and well. So now, you say, colleagues, let's apply our minds. We are on the description. Why did this problem happen? Why is the trolley there? Okay, can you see it's team's work? The other one is the writing, and you must appear on the minutes and okay, colleagues, and then what happened and all that. So don't think that this ends here in the classroom. This is the ISO law that will always be there. Even after the certification, we must continuously identify problems from happening. Okay? Root cause analysis is very powerful, managers. Okay, I didn't say move to example 4. Can I go back to example 3? Example 3. Identify the proper weight limits of the mixing load. If it says you must put cement that is weighing 2 tons, you can't put 3 tons because you're gonna be sitting with this problem. So this company, Martin and East Civil Engineers, consultants, they must sort that one out as to the corrective action. We are in a meeting. We are waiting for DH. We are in a meeting. DHM calls the meeting at 9 o'clock and we are here. And she's nowhere to be found. It's an example, colleagues. And she's nowhere to be found. It's unprofessional, 1. 2, it is affecting service delivery because sitting in a boardroom idling for 1 hour, that's a lot of time. In 1 hour, I don't even want to tell you how much I can do in my office, whether I'm in a depot within 1 hour. So you are affecting service delivery. Okay. And then he writes an NC form. After the meeting, she eventually arrives. I ran through a red traffic light because I was late for work. Why were you late for work? Because my alarm did not work. Why did your alarm not work? My battery was finished, my cell phone battery. Why was your cell phone battery finished? I forgot to check it before I sleep. Okay. Now the spotlight is on you now. Somebody must give us a corrective action to that problem. Along as a teacher, I must also check if the skills transfer is effective. Can somebody give me correct? We're on example 4.
We're chasing stars. We're breaking.
We are getting higher and higher. Because like, what's wrong with teacher like you? Why is she teaching us this Mickey Mouse examples? No, we're setting the ground, Kalo. You don't first teach a person how to write her name. No, can you? I was first taught A, E, I, O, U, the vowels. That's what I was doing here. Okay? Now, we are taking an example from water quality, revenue water quality. Ludodo, can you read for us? I'm also a student, this body. I will learn. Teach us. It's on the board. Teach us. There is an NC that was raised. Someone said, where am I? I'm coming from Benoni area. I was there by the Homestead Lake. There is a problem here in NC. And he will fill this part only and give it to you. Then you communicate with the manager to when is going to be the meeting or when can you call an ISO meeting and so it's not about filling the answer. It needs to be filled in. We investigated. Was there is like, what is the cause of the problem? And here, the last part, it's what is going to this area. Description of the NC is going to the description of non-conformity corrective action. On the form, cause of the problem, the cause of the problem is not this. It's this one. That's why I wrote root cause. You write it here. Okay. You don't feel anything here. You must still talk about the 5 words, because you need to provide a solution to this that will go to solution. Oh, I love SAPS. I love SAPS. Okay, look at what. Yeah, by the way, that is a scientist with full support, mentoring from managers who successfully implemented the ISO 9001 standard that SAPS declared to your faces as being intact on 10 December 2024. Read for us, quality champion. No, not read for us. You are not reading. Teachers, you be practically, you be creative.
NC description. The water scooped from Homestead Lake by the water scientist is contaminated. Now, the first why to solve the NC.
Sorry. At the end of the day, he looked at me and looked at you. It's like, so can you do this last thing? Do you know why the teacher took like that? He needs you to be energetic. He needs you to be energetic.
The pH meter was not properly washed before testing the water. Why? The machine for washing the pH meter and other water testing equipment.
Why what? Educate us why.
Why the pH meter was not properly washed. The machine for washing the pH meter and other water testing equipment was not functioning optimally. The schedule was not consistently followed. Why was the maintenance schedule consistently followed? The maintenance team was understaffed and overwhelmed with other priorities. Why were they overwhelmed with other priorities? Budget constraints led to a reduction in staffing level. So that is our root cause.
Mr. Lamola and Mrs. Sibanda, can you provide us with possible corrective actions to deal with it, to write on the form? Thank you so much, Brilliant Scientist. That was good. Corrective action. Our water and sanitation form, it has a corrective action area. So it's not about drafting your background. That is just the background. Auditors want to see. Thank you for the educational awareness and the story and the giving us the background. Now we're interested, how did you resolve this problem so that it does not occur again in future? Okay, I forgot our senior, Mr. Mukwena, Mr. Lamola, and Mrs. Spanda. Can you give us 3 possible corrective actions there? If you are not, don't think that I'm proceeding to example 6. Like we're in a classroom here.
There should be adequate budget allocated to undertake the maintenance of the pH meter.
What Mr. Lamola is saying, we understand we have budget constraints in so many things, but in specific for water quality related matters, there must be a budget, especially the maintenance part. There must be a budget in specific for that. So that even if our department has budget constraint problems, but the maintenance one must always be intact because that's critical. I get you.
The budget needs to be reviewed so that it covers all the aspects with the operations of the water department.
Sure. You are grasping this. Risk manager, senior executive manager, I want to say thank you for what you just did, lifting up the hand without being selected. Shoot a risk manager. We want to learn. Shoot.
Maintenance plan of the asset,
Yo.
regular intervals,
Sure.
calibration.
Yeah. Thank you so much, risk manager. Spot on. Mr. Mukwena, we're gonna wait for you, our senior. And be rest assured, if an example doesn't come for you, we will walk out of this boardroom doubting now who we leader here to must we really look up to this person is that who wants to be led by a blind person. So we will wait for you.
Yeah, I think myself, I'm gonna approach it differently. In the sense that
The man mentioned the strong. No, I'm not cutting him. We're gonna listen to him. He said, I want to change an approach. You cannot change the law. In law, you cannot. This is law. This is how root cause happens. If you must get a driver's license, you cannot say, let me approach it and jump the learners. In law, it's law. So don't even come and educate us on top of the law. Ne? Yeah. You can't change the approach because 5 whys, it's supposed to be done this way, no other. We can't ask 3 whys or 2 whys. So which approach are you gonna change the law? the non-conformity clause 10 law. Mr. Mukwen, can you
Yeah,
give us a corrective action and also tell us about your approach? I think can you start with the corrective action, then we'll give you time also for the approach before we proceed. Start with the corrective action first, then you tell us how do you want to change the approach. We were interested in listening to that. How do we correct that problem? The water that is being scooped by scientists and what, not always. Where are you going, man?
I'm just moving so that you can see.
Thank you, Yuri. Thank you so much. You know we have the whole day here. This is our senior, we have all the time. But my senior, as the chairperson of this workshop, give us a corrective action. After you are done giving it to us, we listen to the approach that you want to change. We are very interested in listening to that. So how would you correct that? They went to Homestead Lake, they find doves weak there. And when they are scooping, they can say this water is combinated. On fourth, these doves are looking so weak. So what is the corrective action, another possible one in addition to the risk manager and Mr. Lamola and Mrs. Sibanda?
I would say I will look at the condition of the assets that we do have, as we know that basically in terms of the municipality, we do have an asset policy per se,
Sure.
whereby it gives the remaining useful life of the asset.
Sure.
If maybe the condition of, let's say maybe for sake of implement to be specific,
Sure.
it says every asset that is has a remaining useful life of very less, we need to change. Maybe to if it's a pipe, we need to put a new pipe. So obviously, I might say maybe it might be because maybe the condition of the very same infrastructure maybe does not in line with the policy that the municipality was supposed to change.
Yes, and it was also going to be detected that this pH meter is aging. It's aging. I don't know if my colleagues get you. Peter, scientists using a useless meter that is giving wrong results because the meter and other testing equipment is not functioning properly. Okay, are you happy? I enjoy working with you guys. Moving right along, we are on second last example. Those are very nice examples as well. So we're going to set another workshop so that, again, it has to teach about the 5 whys and those problems are more on operations division, okay? This one is big. Oh, this one is huge. I will tell you why. This problem, this one is very massive. You find that our HOD is sitting at EGC building in a BAC committee meeting, and he forgot some specific tender specification at his office. I'm giving a background to this. Then he calls Khalaletan and says, Khalaletan, get Tepo to my office, give them that tender, and tell them they must drive very, very fast because this item is going to sit in the next 30 minutes. Did you get that background? Gets this, then rush in the basement. To where? To the pool car. He is not going to fly on a broom to EGC building, Jameston. He needs to get inside the pool car. Then he starts the pool car. It's dead. Is that not a big problem? There is mayor sitting there waiting for. You can see the impact. Then he takes his own personal car and rushes and leaves the Skorokoro pool car that is not starting. Then at least the problem is resolved. But can you imagine if he didn't have the car, he comes to work by train? It could have been worse. Because what PAC says, at 10:30 we're discussing the water item. At 11 o'clock they're discussing another item from another department. So I don't think they're going to come. That tender will not be entertained until after a very long time, and it will be a blunder. But then he comes back now, he says, sorry, can I have an answer form, please? Can I have this form, please? Then they go to the forms file and get this master copy and makes a copy of it and bring the master copy back to Mpo. Then they fill in this and then they give it to Mpo. Can you please register this during our next meeting? Can we discuss it as a team? And then he writes there, the pool car does not start. Why is the pool car not starting? The battery is dead. Why is the battery of the pool car dead? Because the alternator is not functioning. Why is the alternator not functioning? Because the alternator belt is broken. Why is the alternator belt broken? Because the alternator belt is well beyond its useful service life and has not been replaced. Why was it not replaced? Because the pulka was not maintained according to the recommended service schedule. You provide a root cause to this problem as to why are you not maintaining the pulka? That is the solution. Yeah, you are specializing, camera women. Stop now from here. Thank you for the knowledge. Take this baton, my sweet colleagues, my sweet seniors. Go and run with it to the depot because we are not the only one in water. You are leading people at the, get people in the boardroom and teach them. Get people in the boardroom and teach them. And we are not doing this just to pass the root cause. It's because that's how things are in water inside. It's no more business as usual. We are striving to operate at best practices and we can save our efforts. So get your staff members, all of them, in the boardroom and teach them because they also need to know this because I told you, it's not only QMers, the manager who asked for this form. Another person will ask, even a tea lady who slipped in the kitchen and fell will use this. So it's not about your titles. So this presentation, I will be again going around. Sorry, can I see the attendance registers that you did? QMR and the managers teach other people about this, flowing the information. Where to from here? Take this baton of today and run with it. Go and educate the rest of your colleagues in your respective areas of duty. You are now knowledgeable on this. You have saved yourselves 13,000 rand of 6 months. The consultant stops at 12:30 and says 1 o'clock is exam time, testing you on this. So this day is also preparing you for this. Yeah, I don't think you want to fail an exam because I will send it to everyone in the department. Here are your results. People will laugh at you. People will laugh at you with that Excel spreadsheet. Luther to mail 30% fail. Go and educate the rest of the colleagues in your respective areas of duty. You are now knowledgeable on this. Based on what I'm saying here, all QMRs with the support of their managers, their DHs, their senior managers, set skills transfer sessions. So it's not the QMRs only managers. All of you, DH, when you are having your management operations with your senior engineers, say, guys, we have umpo here. I am giving you 15 minutes on this agenda. Educate my team on how we are solving problems in Riven. QMRs with full and visible support of the seniors and lead QMRs, set skills transfer sessions and educate the people. Do not wait. Do this while it is still fresh in your minds. So you can't teach people now after 3 months, but teach people. So there must be workshops happening in your areas from after today. Quality is everyone's responsibility. Do not just email presentations. So you can't just say, I'm coming from Ponce, here are the presentation for people to read. Transfer skills. Get people in the boardroom and be a teacher. That is how knowledge sharing becomes effective and value adding. E.g., remember, they did not just give us the fish. They gave us the fish and also taught us how to fish. Henceforth, today, some of us are orphans but doing extremely well for themselves because we were taught how to fish. We fish even when our parents are peacefully sleeping in their graves. Go and do the same to the people. Don't give them presentations. Go and educate them on the presentation. Give them the fish, the presentation, then teach them how to fish, how to make that presentation, this presentation theory into practicality on raw service delivery challenges. E.g., remember our parents did not just give us the fish, they gave us the fish and also taught us how to fish. Henceforth, today some of us are orphans, but doing extremely well for ourselves in this life. We are our own backups. That is skills transfer true and nothing else that made the above mentioned fact possible and effective in many of us today. Same concept, my sweet, brilliant colleagues, it applies with this root cause analysis workshop skills transfer session of today. Quality is the way, said Dr. Madliwa. Together, raising the water and sanitation standards, I thank you. We start with you. You are speaking. Oh, I thought you were going to speak. I was going to say you are a manager. You cannot be going to speak last time. I just said, okay, can you all start? From my side, on behalf of the department, now I've just given a mandate by the city, by the department, And on behalf of the department, thank you for making sure that this department mandate that this department must achieve with you guys is done. Thank you on behalf of our city. I'm just here to respect the agreement that the city has with me. That's all I'm doing, nothing else. Thank you so much. Yes, Sihle, then we are changing. Managers umuntu olabafuneka athi ephuma ibi-presentation. Where is the attendance register?
It's here.
You want to say shorties? You are a senior engineer, short.
I think we'd also like to actually thank the team for the presentation and sharing the knowledge. We'll actually take it and also implement it in our efforts and in our areas of work.
Thank you, senior engineer. Thank you, manager.
What to say? I'll just say thank you for the knowledge.
Oh, man. You go, go.
Alright, thank you, Doctor, for the refresher course. I can't wait to go and hold our meeting and spread this knowledge.
Good afternoon, colleagues. I also want to echo Rita's words that thank you so much for the presentation, and also looking forward to share it with the colleagues that are not here.
Who am I of being in Crystal Park?
I also want to say thank you so much for.
You want the record coming back enough? Shoot, Mr. Scott. You are saying about don't fickling it there. Luther, you need to lose weight because we will see what he's saying. He's saying you can't put the move inside. You are disturbing him. You know what he's saying? It's like he's trying to stretch the legs there, but you know. I'm Sanabi and you will need to not get active. Sorry about that. You will try and lose weight. Sorry, Mr. Scott, we're not disrespecting you. Just that while you are busy talking, they are thinking. So I'm like, what's happening here? So he's trying to stretch, but this guy's bum is like it's full of Sorry for this happened. Sorry, Mr. Scott, you shoot everything with everything you wanted to say. What about the presentation?
Are you going to send this presentation that you've done to everybody?
Can someone answer Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Yes, okay, so thank you. Then we will go and transfer this that you have taught us here to our colleagues in our depot. My respective depots is Kempton Park and Tembisa.
Sure.
So I will set up a meeting with my revenue people there, and I will transfer the skills that I was taught here today to them. Thank you so much.
Thank you, manager. Now, before you even reach Kempton Park, it will be sitting. When you guys leave now, me and her are sitting for 10 minutes. So before you even reach Kempton Park, you will be seeing an inbox from me with the presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Scott. Thank you so much for that leadership utterance. Yes.
I just want to thank the quality team, and I think the QMOs and everybody that works closely with you, because without them I don't think we can do it. And thank you for your energetic presentation and transferring the skills. We will implement. Thank you.
Thank you for that utterance, manager. D8, let's hear what the director has to say. Oh, sorry. Based on what you say, but ma'am, I'm the director. There is a difference between senior manager and director. That's not arrogance. That's not arrogance. Make no mistake. Everyone is the same here. We're in one party. Protocol, yes, a letter doesn't need protocol is very important. Yeah. And then Mr. Mukwana, yes. Protocol. Yeah. Let people eat protocol.
Paragraph.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doctor. The information was quite important.
You can stand when you are capturing this.
Hopefully, when the auditors come, they will find us ready.
We passed stage 1. Well, why would we fail stage 2? You passed the sub A. Why would you fail sub B? Because you already know and prepare how you must study. Yeah, the same effort we applied to pass stage 1 is the same effort tripled for stage 2. Thank you for those good words. Well done to you. Passed stage 1. Stage 2 is coming. I am speaking on faith. We are also cumulating it. Get your suits ready. I'm saying that. Thank you, Mr. Damoda.
Thank you, Dr. Madliwa, for the energetic presentation. Stage 2, Siapasa, already.
Madam, let's clap the
Already, let's go. Yeah.
And I trust you with the new suit. Thank you, my senior executive. Thank you, leaders. Leader Masare.
I think not repeating what others have already indicated, I would also like to say thank you for knowledge sharing, even though it was based on my assessment.
Sure.
It was a little bit more of a higher level, of which I'm saying this because
Sure.
from where I'm coming from, at Sanitation,
Sure.
we do work with people who are at a very junior level.
Sure.
So obviously we're gonna take whatever that we've learned from here, maybe tailor made it so that it suits them, so that they will be able to apply whatever the course and
Sure.
as we just told us.
Sure.
And then also I would like to thank also your team that are working with you that will make this thing possible. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mahla. Thank you, Senior. With that utterance, I'm not wasting time. You hear what we were saying? It's going back to what I said a few minutes ago, that the presentation can panel beat it. Do you understand? Also, panel beat it. You know, just be mindful of your audience, okay? Because I'm dead serious about this. Obviously, there is Mr. Mahlare, there is Mr. Scott, and there is all of us. We have your degrees. Then now you are doing a presentation to someone who has done a 3. Are you understanding that is going to be a 2 highlight panel? Beat it. Thank you so much for motivating and educating us further, seniors, our seniors. Thank you. DH, the spotlight is on you. We need to go and work it, DH.
Thank you, colleagues. On behalf of the department, your hard work is appreciated, and continue like that. I'm sure you have heard our HOD, some of you. He's really hard on excellence. So continue the hard work and appreciate where we are. We thank him, the water quality, the quality section, for everything that you are doing in taking the department in another direction or to another level. So let's continue like that. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We can't speak after the DH meeting. I just have a blessed day, all of you.